Hello, everybody. I'm Mark, and this is my cousin Quincy.
Uh,
We're back again this week. Thank you all for watching, and thank you for watching again, tuning on live for this week's episode of our webcast.
yeah, this week we're going to continue where we left off last week. Mark has written a little story for us based on a couple of bullet points that we discussed in our last stream. So this week we're going to do the same thing again, except for the questions. He's just going to tell us a little story. So his story was based off of what was it? Ghosts, Chihuahuas, financial stability, and the city.
Yeah, we actually randomly chose those topics, so we might do it again, but not this week. Maybe next week we're gonna choose another random topics and another more random topics, and then we just I'm just gonna write a story from there on.
Yeah, we're all looking forward to that. I've heard a little bit about of the story, and it's a real doozy. I like it. I like it. But first, Mark is going to tell us how he actually came up with some of the stories, the characters that he did for this week's story. So I'm gonna pass it to my little cousin over here, and then
Lil.
little cousin, yeah, because up in here, I'm the higher voice, so you know, yeah, that's right, pony.
No, you're not.
My brother's messing with the knobs and thinking he the man. Anyway, so now we're going to the stories. So, Mark, what you got for us this week?
So we actually started out with location.
Yeah.
That's what you were supposed to ask me.
Yeah.
Because of the script.
The script.
So how did you get the location?
How did you get the location, Mark? Quincy said, ignoring his show notes. How did you get the location, Mark?
So actually, we chose a location. We just randomly chose a city and boathouse. So I was inspired by a boathouse that's just out of The Hague. I had to work there for. I went there a weekend. I had to do some work there, and a nice old man came up to me and he asked me if I wanted some coffee. So I actually told him no, thank you, and he said something else, something to eat. I actually like the guy; he was a very nice guy, and I told him no, thank you.
Mark listening to his mom. Don't accept strangers' food or anything.
No, his wife came home earlier, so.
Oh yeah, they wanted something from you. Maybe they were just keeping an eye on you, you know.
So yeah, that's while writing this story, I had that boathouse in thought and in mind. So that was the location that inspired this the setting for the story.
Okay, and these characters that you came up with for the story. I mean, I hear or I've read that they were quite interesting characters. So could you please explain to us, the readers and the potential viewers, how did you come up with these characters?
Well, actually, the characters came about while I was. So I was when I started. I was a bit anxious, and yeah, I'm unsure if I was able to gonna be able to pull it off. So actually, Saturday I didn't do none. Sunday, and I started Monday. Monday after work, I started on this. So I thought, what did I put myself into? Maybe this is a bit too much for the first time. Just winging it, just like we called it last week, winging it,
winging it.
winging it.
That might be the name of the podcast next time, or the webcast. Winging it. We're gonna call it winging it. This week on winging it.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, why not? So I actually got anxious, and the thing that helped me out was just to start. So I actually just started putting down the topics that we discussed last week, and then I started with names. I just called the woman Ellen. I don't know any Ellens.
And I know an Alan. We have an uncle named Alan.
No, Ellen with an E.
Oh, Ellen. I know an Ellen too. I know a lot of people.
And a name mostly used here is Jan, and translated in English that's John. So I just went for John, and I thought I we also had Chihuahua in that as a character, so I went for Noodles, because
Noodles is cheap, like a Chihuahua. Oh yeah, Chihuahuas aren't cheap, but
don't go there. We don't want Peter on our ass, man.
I don't give a damn about Peter.
So actually, I choose noodles because I ate some noodles.
You know what? I've seen you do some creative things in your day, but that was not one of them. Yeah. Let me pick the name. Noodles.
Yeah. So
Why? Because I was eating noodles. Genius.
yeah. So I just started with that. So names aren't my strong side. So
Now maybe you should like outsource that to your wife.
so actually, I also asked if they had children, neighbors, siblings. So actually, they have two children. They have John and Anne. Sorry, actually, it was John Jr.
JJ.
Yeah, John Jr. and
That's
Anne.
what they do.
So that's how I came to the characters. I just thought those were the names I was gonna use.
All right. So right now you're gonna read us a little bit, just a little bit of your story, and then get the people excited, right?
Yeah, actually, process that led to the story. So actually,
Just read us a little bit of your story.
man, we wrote a script this
Just
time. We
read us a
came
little.
prepared.
No.
We made a little script.
This is the part of winging it where we wing it. Just read us a little bit of your story.
So we're gonna skip the process that led to the story. So
We're gonna
I'm
skip
just
the
gonna.
process. The process was the last podcast, the last streamcast podcast. I'm gonna call the podcast because fuck this.
So actually,
winging it.
So I'm gonna wing it because actually my reading has sucked a bit. So I hope
It's not that bad. Exaggerating. It's not that bad.
I hope I do justice by you all. So
you do justice by your story.
Excuse me. Ellen, a 55-year-old woman, returns home from a night out with her girlfriend Berta. As usual, Ellen reeks of male perfume, but she doesn't mind because she knows her 55-year-old husband John won't say anything about it. Not that he doesn't want to or anything like that, but just because he's tired of hearing the same old story and fighting over the same thing over and over again. The last time John asked why Ellen smelled like men's cologne again, she gave the same story about how she and Berta went bar hopping to find Berta her next husband. That bitch doesn't need another man to fuck up, John told her seriously before taking a sip of his beer. She needs to stop taking my wife with her every time she leaves her coffin at night.
Oh my god.
That's what she needs to do. Now she's got me fighting with you over her issues. You could. Sorry, I wasn't gonna do the voice.
I told them not to do voices.
I'm sorry.
Don't do voices.
That actually is a voice moment.
Don't do voices, man.
All right, no voices.
Just keep reading.
You could just accept it, John, Berta said walking away and removing her earring. Sorry. 7 a.m. This is another chapter.
Yeah, so we just skipped another part because we're not going to give you the whole story. Otherwise, you won't want to read it. So it's going to skip the parts, keep y'all interested.
7 a.m. Ellen's alarm clock. Excuse me. Sorry. 7 a.m. Ellen's alarm clock gently wakes her up. She takes a deep breath, looks at John's empty side of the bed, and puts up a big smile. In the living room of their 60 square meter boathouse, John gives Noodles, his 4-year-old Chihuahua, one more kiss before he puts her down for her morning walk. She wiggles her tail beside him the whole way to the door. No voice. Good morning, John, Ellen says, just as John puts one's feet out the door. Hey, sweetie, just bringing Noodles for her walk. I'll be back in a bit. I think I'll be gone when you get here. Don't forget I'm going out with Berta after work, so I won't be eating dinner at home. John closes the door as he answers, yes, I remember. The door shuts and he whispers the rest of his sentence. You lying, cheating bitch. I know where you end, that blood-sucking bitch. John reaches into his pocket, pulls out his prescription Prozac and takes a pill. Noodles tilts her head to the left while looking at John. Don't worry, Noodles. It'll all be better one day. John might have been right. but today is not that day. So that's a little skit, a little part of what I was gonna read for you. So I hope you like it and find it interesting. Leave your comments if it could use a bit more work, and I'll go over it and do some adjustment if necessary. But besides that, so that's what I read for now. Next week, I think next week we'll read another bit, make another skit, and after that we're gonna tell you where you can find the book. It's gonna be a short book. After, by the way, it's between 15 and 25 pages.
Short book you can buy, or audiobook you can rapid read. You're gonna read an audiobook, or is it gonna be like
I can do an audio book, but I want to do the voices. So
you want to do it, so it's not gonna be an audiobook. It's just gonna be online where you can just read it.
yeah,
And
for now.
yeah, 'cause you don't want this man to do voices.
No, I want to put in some cool sound effects and some voices.
It could sound like helium.
Because I really like to put some sound effects in that.
Can put some sound effects in that. Yeah, sure, go ahead. Sound effects on cue. Yeah. All right. So now that we've heard some of your story, it's quite interesting. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it ain't perfect, but it's
True that.
yeah. All right. So tell me, what was the experience like writing such a story? Like, you got some bullet points and a little feedback from, I would like to call fan feedback, but the ones heckling us in person, our family members who were supposed to love us and support us, they just gave us a little feedback. And so how did you write the story with that?
Even bad publicity. Even bad
Publicity.
What he said. Even bad publicity is good. Is publicity.
So even bad publicity is publicity.
Wait. We have a sound effect for that. Thank you.
Okay,
So-
that was awkward. Let's not do that again.
So,
Yeah,
the experience. Let's see. I actually like storytelling. I like to tell made-up stories or stories or things that happened and put in a little twist.
so you made up stories. So you're like a liar.
Oh, no.
I can tell you. Wait. This is out of context a little bit, but I can tell you, every time this man tells a childhood story, he like adds like 15 minutes on to the story of shit that never happened. He's like always telling it, and then this happened, and then this, and I'm like, brother, I was there. That never happened. How are
No,
you
'cause-
lying on
no,
me?
actually,
I was part of the story.
You just block off a whole
That's not.
part of the story. Like,
Everybody knows your ass is lying when you tell this. When you get into a certain mode of storytelling, verbal storytelling, everybody knows about half of it is probably made up. It never happened. And the audacity to do that when the person who was in the story is standing right next to you and they remember it as well. They're like, brother, that never happened.
okay.
Anyway, continue.
So yeah, I actually like telling stories, but writing is writing is different, because actually I tried writing a book, and I'm still busy with it. I have to do another round of revisions, and after that another round. But you have a beginning and you have an ending, but the space between, to write it all down, that and not make it dull for the reader,
Yeah.
you have to just fill it up with drama. And
The road to the end, you mean, that's to have twists and turns.
yeah, and the drama and the plot twist, I actually just like it. I mean, you can just you can just fuck this guy or this woman or whatever you're writing
This
about.
character.
You could just fuck them up all the way and just build them up again
Yeah, but if it serves the story, you mean,
if it serves the story.
just fucking somebody up just to fuck them up. That's kinda cool.
Because that's actually the difficult part, just fucking up. Sorry,
We've cursed a lot already.
fucking them
Not
up
as
for
much.
story sakes. It's for story sakes. That's just the difficult part, and to make it all come together as as a whole, that's every time it's a bit, every story it's a different experience. So
Yeah.
the experience for me this time to know that I'm gonna present what I've written,
Mhm.
that makes it more like I have to do my all, because the other stories I've written, I know no one has seen them yet.
Yeah.
So
but these are the ones that go
these
out
are
to the
the
public.
ones that these are the ones that we're
Yeah.
just gonna present just the next
We.
week.
What's this we stuff you're presenting? I'm keeping my stories. I'm taking my stories to the grave. Ain't no
So-
we.
So these are actually the stories that I'm going to present. So I'm nervous all the way.
You don't have to be
Even
nervous.
even before I press the live button, I'm like,
He really is. It's like he's like,
I'm
oh my god, I gotta get something to drink. Oh my god, my throat is dry. Quincy, how do you say this? What are we gonna do now? I'm like, brother, just chill out, okay? Just do as I do, not as I say. Do as I do.
do as I do. Do.
Did you just make a doo-doo joke? What are you, 12?
Actually, so that was the experience, and
This is what I have to work with, people.
and that's it every time. I like storytelling, but writing is I'm not gonna say it's difficult, but it's a process. So
It's
I'm
a
enjoying.
process. It's the journey.
I've learned to enjoy the process, because when I just started, it was like, I gotta visit this story, gotta finish this, gotta go to that story, gotta do this story. But now I just learned to accept the process and go with the flow and just write it down and revise.
That's important. Yeah. Self-reflection is important.
True that.
Story reflection is also important. Story reflection. It's like, am I gonna make her die in this scene or the next scene? But wait, if she dies here, there's no reason for them to go there. Okay, I'll just go back. Just write it down.
True that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's actually the experience I have with this story and all the others.
That was not a verbal cue or a hint when I just did this. I was just, feeling myself. Anyway, so for this week, we're not going to keep it that long.
Nope.
Because we're not going to keep you that long. Sorry. Because last week was a tester and we were like, what are we
Sure.
doing? But we're just going to like try to top it off in like 20 minutes or maybe less.
We actually wrote a script for this one. Bullet points that we're gonna
Bullet points.
that we were going to follow, but
We skipped one. I mean, we skipped one and he's on my back about it.
you skip one after the other one after the other one.
I only skipped one. I'm reading it right here. I only skipped one.
It's good.
Do you want to do it?
No. You said you were gonna do
What
an outro.
but I'm not getting to the outro. I'm just giving the people a little more juice.
Don't give them juice. Give them an outro.
Give them an outro. All right. Give you the outro. All right. If you like this video,
No. That's not the outro.
what's the
That's
outro?
what I'm gonna say.
What's the outro then?
You gotta do the outro.
I don't know wait,
You wrote
what?
outro.
I wrote outro.
So do the outro.
That is the outro.
You go like, so people, if you liked it, we
That is the outro.
Then do the outro.
I
No,
was
no.
doing the outro and you said no. That's what you want to say. Go ahead, say it.
No. All right. I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. Then he's gonna do his outro.
Yes.
If you like this video, don't forget to submit. Oh, sorry. Subscribe. Submit. Don't forget to subscribe or even thumbs up. And yeah, we'll see you again next week after Quincy does his outro.
Flawless. That was flawless. I mean, you nailed it completely. Completely wrong, but you nailed it.
And if you have any suggestions for future stories, or you might want to have something fun to add, don't feel bad. Just add it. We would like to hear
Don't
from
feel bad. Just add it.
Yeah. Just do it.
I'm gonna remember.
Just like me when I start writing, just do it.
Don't feel bad. Just add it. Don't feel bad. Just add it.
And now, everybody, Quincy's outro. Ladies and gentlemen, Quincy's outro.
Don't feel bad. Just add it, yo. That's the podcast this
Outro,
week.
come on.
Wing it. Yeah.